What's up, peoples?
So, man. So, have you found Brazil so far?
It's great here. Love the weather. Love sights. Everything. It's been awesome. Weather, all that.
So far, do you feel like you're in enemy territory, or do you feel like everyone's treating you with respect and love?
No, I haven't felt that way at all. I've It's been nothing but love, and yeah, just great vibes, great energy. So I'm really happy to be here.
When you thought about fighting for the world title, did this ever cross your mind that you might be going into another country, enemy territory, against the hometown guy, or did you ever really think that far ahead?
You just got to be prepared for everything. It's just one of those things that it's a fight game. Things change on a dime, just like in a fight, things change on a dime. So you just got to be ready to adapt and adjust to anything.
What do you think of Glover as an opponent?
I think he's a great opponent. I think he's an OG of the game. He's been around for a long time, for a reason. You can't be doing what you do at his age and not be one of the best of all time.
We saw yesterday you guys had a face-off, quite intense. Both of you seemed to want to show the other one that you're here for a fight. What exactly did you feel in that moment?
Um, just hungry, bro. Just hungry, ready for the kill. Whenever I'm in a face-off or whenever I'm in the cage, you see the difference in my eyes. It's a competitor. It's a competitor. It's a killer.
Did you get the same back from him?
I seen some fire in his eyes. I seen that he's, that he's just ready. You can tell he's been here before and he's just ready to go through it. But I just didn't see the same fire that I'm coming with.
On paper, it would seem like his strategy for this fight is apparent, right? He's going to come try and take you down and use ground and pound to win. So, in your mind, do you have an easier job knowing exactly what you're expecting, or do you think, oh, he could switch it up, and if I'm too busy preparing for this one way, he could catch me?
There are no easy fights in the UFC. There's no easy fights in the UFC, especially at this level. So, no, I don't really look at it that way. I just look at it as I just need to be sharp everywhere and be on point and on my game and implement myself and do me.
Yeah.
That's it. Just do me.
What does becoming a world champion mean to you?
World champion to me is becoming a world champion to me means everything. It means that all my work was for nothing. All those dreams, all those visions, all those times just sitting. It was something higher speaking to me and letting me know what my purpose was.
With that mentality, can you even consider losing on Saturday? Or you just think, no, it's my destiny to win this title, and that's what I'm going to do.
I don't look at it win or lose. I look at it as I just get the answer that answer the question that I've always wanted. Am I great enough? How good am I? And am I good enough to be the world champion?
Thank you.
We always see Brazilians almost have like an extra boost when they fight down here with the crowd. Are you expecting an even bigger and better Glover out there that might be buoyed by the crowd out there?
I don't care. The crowd can't fight for him, so it doesn't matter to me. However he feels, it don't matter. I'm gonna do what I do, and we gonna see what he can take.
Has he impressed you in his last performances?
I've always been impressed with Glover. Just I've always been a fan of Glover. Just he comes every time. The every fight, just he take he go he just how he deals with the adversity in the fights and things like that. So yeah, it's always been great to watch him.
And we've seen your power show itself in many fights. If everything goes perfectly, how quickly do you think this could end out there?
If everybody wants to throw the perfect punch right out the gate and try to get it over, but I'm not worried about that. And I don't really think about that. I'm ready to lock in for 5 rounds and go to war.
And I'm sure getting a title is special anywhere. Would it be extra special having it being that you earned it in Brazil against a Brazilian?
Yeah, I mean, it adds a little bit more to the story, a little bit more to it in like that regard. But for me personally, just getting the title I just want the title. I'm hungry for gold.
And yesterday we got to see you and the team taking some time to get to stroll along the beach. Does that make it a little extra special fight week, having that over there and kind of help keep the nerves down a little bit?
I don't really get nervous. I just get anxious. It's more so I'm just ready. I'm tired of the questions. I'm tired of is he this, is he that? Show me what's up. You know what I mean? I'm from the show me state. I'm ready to get it popping. But yeah, it's just a way to just unwind, just kind of like take the focus off everything else, and then it kind of makes the week go by faster when you're enjoying yourself. So, yeah.
And last thing for me, keys to the victory. What needs to happen to make sure that you get your arm raised on Saturday night?
I just need to be me and do what I do.
Hill, a month ago you were just at home watching TV, watching the title fight, and ends in a draw, and now you're here in Rio. How do you process this wild ride that got you here to fighting Glover on Saturday?
Just do me. Just do what I do. It's another day at the office. A fight is a fight, bro. I've been fighting my entire life. Fighting is what I do every day. And I just treat it as that. I don't need to put any extra pressure or nothing like that. I don't need to look at the story or nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, I just got to go fight.
Where would you rank Glover in terms of your toughest opponent so far in MMA?
I'd say Glover would probably be the biggest test of my career to this point. Just because of the level that he's fought at, the level that he's been fighting at, and just the experience and overall the strength of schedule that he's had.
Uh, sorry, Anthony Smith is here as a potential replacement for this fight in case something happens, and you've trained with him. Is he going to be your corner for this fight, or did he give you any advice from fighting Glover in the past?
No, he won't be in my corner. I have my team. He came in to help, and he did that. He offered great insight on his experience with Glover, some things that Glover likes to do, as well as some things that he didn't expect Glover to do that kind of caught him by surprise, just to kind of make sure I'm not surprised by anything and I kind of know as much as possible the situation that I'm walking into. So yeah, he was amazing.
Jamal, how are you?
Right.
I want to ask you, is the first time that UFC is here in Brazil since the pandemic. It's an special event because all the Brazilians have a lot of passion for this sport. Is it different for you? Do you feel it different from the people in here?
I've never been here before, so that's kind of hard for me to tell. But all I've ever felt from the Brazilian fans is just love and passion. They truly appreciate you going out as a warrior and just giving it all that you had. So I've always loved Brazil. I've always loved the Brazilian fan base, and they are one of the special fan bases in this sport.
Awesome. And let's say that everything goes according to the plan on Saturday night. You get the title. What do you want next? Are you thinking in someone, Blachowicz and Kalaev, Rakic, or?
I mean, obviously, I just been locked in on Glover. I just been obsessing about Glover. That's pretty much all that's been on my mind. But it's not a secret. I've been calling for Jiri for years. I've been wanting Jiri for years. And, even just like kind of listening to Glover talk this week, and he kind of references back to Jiri. I want that fight.
Would you wait him until he's okay and ready to go?
It depends. It depends on how long. He's saying that he could be back as early as like 6 months or summer. I'll wait for that. Or, next man up, bro. It's next man up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, Jamal.
How you doing?
First question, what would you say is your biggest weapon against Glover in this fight?
My biggest weapon is the same as it is my mind. My mindset. Like I wish there was a way I could plug in my mind and how fast things happen and how these things happen, even in a fight. It's microseconds that just a lot. I wish I could plug it into my mind and let y'all actually see, because it's kind of hard for me to describe, but my mind is on a different level. My IQ is just on a different level.
And all the other way around, what would you say is the biggest weapon of Glover, that thing that you should be more careful about during the fight?
He's really good at capitalizing on mistakes, especially on the ground. I just have to be on point. You have to be on point everywhere. It's a fight. He's dangerous everywhere. So, it's not one thing I'm like, oh, I got to just make sure. Is be on point everywhere. Don't let him do what he wants to do and implement and dominate.
Two former UFC champions that became champions in Brazil were Max Holloway and Stipe Miocic. Do you get anything from their histories as champions, as fighters? Of course, you already said that it's not exactly enemy territory, but they came to Brazil facing guys like Jose Aldo and Fabricio, and you are now facing Glover that people love in Brazil.
It can be done. That's it. It can be done. So even if it hadn't been done, I'd have been the first one to do it. I'm not focused on nobody else but myself. Don't get me wrong. I acknowledge Glover as an opponent and things like that, but this is me versus me. As long as I show up on point and in my best form, my best self, there's nobody in the world that can beat me.
Any chance you and Paul Craig go out dancing?
Oh yeah, man. We already talked to Paul. You know, as long as everything goes well on Saturday, we gotta have another turn up. I don't know if y'all ready for all that though.